You're listening to a hockey podcast where we talk about ice hockey and stuff. Yeah, playoffs edition. Woo!
Hello everyone, welcome back to this hockey pod. We are your hosts, Molly, Channelle, and Jessie. Hi. Cool. We're back. It's been a while. How you doing? We're good. Thanks for asking. We're back again to talk about what's happening in the NHL, but this is the end of the regular season, so we're just going to take a step back and have a look on what happened and go back in time and see what predictions were right and wrong and who said silly things and who said good things, even if they were silly at the time. How does that sound, guys?
I'm ready to be embarrassed.
Great, but I'm down.
So the way we're going to do this is that just to give us a little bit of friendly competition, we'll give ourselves points for every time we had a team in the correct position and see who had the most right. But at the same time, as we go through it, I will be bringing up quotes from things that we have said about our predictions at the beginning of the year. Before we knew what was going on, we had our hot takes, our cold takes, and some things were really right, some things were hilariously wrong, and some of them are just kind of silly. So I thought it would be fun to bring this back. The Channelle and Molly have not seen these yet. They didn't go back to listen to the podcast, so they don't remember what they said. But I have everything on record here. So.
Oh no! Yikes!
Let's see here. First of all, what an interesting season, right?
Yeah,
So-
some surprises.
Up, down, left, right. I feel like a martini that has been shaken, not stirred, thanks to the avalanche.
The Avalanche was, I definitely was thinking of you throughout the season. I was like, man, they're not doing well. Oh, look at them go. Oh, well, now they got
Like
injuries.
injury.
And then, wow, all of a sudden, killing it. First,
Boopty-boopty.
yeah, they're first, right? In the Western, or in the Central, rather.
They're first in some things.
First in the Central, but not in the West.
No,
Yeah.
Vegas. Yeah, gotcha.
So I guess we'll go down maybe division by division, team by
Yeah.
team in reverse order, and we'll just remind people where we had placed those teams compared to where they actually ended up.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
So which division shall we tackle first?
Oh, we always start with the Atlantic here, right? We've got that Eastern bias.
Poor Molly. She's like 2 against 1, I guess.
You know what? It's okay.
Well, Molly's not in North America, so she doesn't get a bias.
Molly will be quiet from now on. Right, let's go Atlantic.
In 8th place?
I think if I remember correctly, we all put the same team in 8th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we all had Montreal.
We all
Yeah.
put Montreal. Everyone gets a point. Ding ding ding.
Hooray! We're so good. Now, do you remember what we said about the Canadians then? Since we were all on the same page, I think we all pretty much had thoughts that were pretty on point.
They're a power bad team.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
they're
the only quote that I kept of note that I thought was very interesting was Molly. At the time, you said, "I've just put underneath the Canadians. Ha ha ha! At least they're not the Coyotes." Which, in retrospect, is kind of funny because the Coyotes ended up doing better than the Canadians by a little bit, just a little bit.
Just by a little bit. Yeah.
But I guess technically that is a good thing because you do want Montreal wants better odds at drafting Connor Bedard, right? I mean,
Oh God, that's true. the thought of that is icky.
Yikes. Who was 7? Did we get across the
Detroit!
board again?
Detroit. I did not put Detroit in 7. I put Detroit in 6.
No
I
points.
know. Just
But
off
Channelle
by
gets
1.
A point.
Yeah,
Close,
Molly!
but no cigar.
Yeah, what can I say? You know, Channelle and I, we just knew.
We know.
Yeah,
we
in
just
fact,
know.
you said at the time, Iser plan? Is it a plan? It's taking a lot longer than first anticipated.
I still stand by that comment.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think I had more hope in the Iser plan, and not so much this year.
Oh my God, true. She did say that. That's funny. It's right there. Yeah.
Black and white. Honest gov. So who did you put in 7? You put Senators.
Yeah, which
In
ended up
6?
in 6th place instead. See, so close, so close.
Oh,
So
okay,
close.
gotcha.
I think both of you put Ottawa, if I remember correctly,
No, I put Buffalo.
in 6th.
Yeah, I did.
Damn. So yeah, Molly, you're on a streak right now.
My gosh, I'm really good at predicting who doesn't win. Well, the Senators have had a very interesting season, haven't they?
Yeah,
Yeah, up and down.
that's the thing. I feel like every time I see them, someone's saying something positive, and then I look at the standings, and I'm like, where?
Well, and not as in like interesting as in like they've been going up in the world, just interesting because a lot's happened to them. A lot's happened this season for them.
That's true.
That's
Right?
what
Yeah,
I
the
mean by
team's gonna have new
interesting.
owners soon.
New owners. They got
Yeah.
DeBrincat. Like, this is just a okay. That happened.
Yeah, I don't know if the DeBrincat experiment's gonna stick or not because I know there's they need to resign him as an RFA and there's
Yeah.
rumors that he doesn't want to resign, so they might have to
Just
trade
Yeah.
him.
Have you seen Ottawa?
Every
We'll
time Ottawa's every time Ottawa's mentioned, we're like, yeah, but have you actually been to Ottawa?
I think picking up Chikrin as the defenseman for their back end was a good choice, but it was maybe a little too late, right?
100%.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
way too late.
If it would have happened early in the season, who knows? Maybe it makes a difference.
Doubt it.
I guess we'll never know.
Wait, what did you?
Oh,
So
no.
yeah, you said you put
You put Detroit.
yeah,
For me?
yeah,
Yeah.
you
Yeah, it's 6. See, my bottom's a little jumbled up, right? With Buffalo, Detroit, Ottawa. I
Yeah.
kind of like they're all in the bottom correctly, just a little mixed up, right? So I don't get points for that.
I
Oh my-
still don't know why you hate on Buffalo so much, man.
Oh well, I was pessimistic, but I do like a good comeback story for a sort of like lowly team. But I guess well, funnily enough, if you want to go there, 5th place Buffalo. I think you had that correctly, right?
I did, yep.
And Channelle, who did you have in 5th?
No, I had the Sens, right? Because I reversed them.
Yeah.
So the one quote that I pulled from the Sabres that really made me cringe looking back is I said, Tage Thompson had a crazy year last year, but I don't think he can repeat it as successfully.
That is such a bad take.
Oh, you have not aged well, sir.
And it makes me laugh too because I did pick up
You-
Thompson for
Your
my fantasy draft, and he definitely helped me out with the fantasy draft.
That's
Absolutely.
hilarious. Wait, why would you even pick him if you're like, man, he's not really good?
Well, it's because I didn't draft him initially, and somebody I think dropped him early in the season. And after he had that game where he had 6 points, I think it was like a hat trick and 3 assists.
Yes.
I was just like, all right, I'll
Gimme,
pick him
gimme.
up. Might as well.
Oh
Can't
my
So that's funny.
gosh.
Can't believe you've done this.
I'm okay with that being wrong. You know, Tage Thompson is basically a superstar at this point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really, really happy for him and like good on them. And I'm just so sad for them at the same time because 1 point out of like
Mhm.
maybe 2 points really. But they're actually their percentage is better though, eh?
No,
Yes.
it's the points percentage
No.
is technically below Florida. It's just yeah, they would have had to win another
Oh,
game
yes,
on
yes,
top because
sorry.
even if they would have tied, Florida had the tiebreaker. So
Still so close, eh?
yeah, very close.
Next
I
year.
would have loved
Next
to
year,
see it.
Buffalo
Yes,
Cup.
let's go Buffalo. No, not Cup.
Chanel's
Excuse
like, whoa,
me.
whoa, pop the
I have a
brakes.
team I'm rooting for. I don't know about you, Molly.
Look, you know how I think about Buffalo. You know,
I'm confused. Are you
I
an
have
Avs
their-
fan?
I am an Avs fan, yes, but I also like Buffalo.
Yeah, and you've got an extra large kid's jersey or whatever.
I do. It's a child's XL.
Child.
When your team won a cup recently, you can afford to cheer for other teams, I guess, eh?
Yeah,
I
look.
suppose.
You know, sharing is caring.
What about like just like almost there, and then your team wins the cup?
I mean, if Avalanche win over Buffalo, then that's even better. But if
Yeah,
Buffalo win,
fair
I won't be mad.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. That's how I
Yeah.
feel about the Canes. Ah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
See.
yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Anyway, we're getting off piste here. Number
Right.
4. I know I effed this one up.
Same. I don't think any of us put Florida at 4, correct?
No.
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 Did we all put Boston?
I put
I think
Boston.
I put
Me too.
Boston.
Yeah,
Oh
oof,
man,
that's gonna
how
age
were
poorly.
we wrong?
It's
Where did
because
you guys
like
end up plotting Florida?
I put Florida
third.
too.
Okay.
I put third.
I had third as
Yeah.
well. That's funny too because like the quote I pulled for the Panthers from you, Molly, that made me giggle. You were talking
Okay.
about Sergei Bobrovsky. He said he's a bit inconsistent, like lumpy porridge. So I don't know.
Better this season, right?
Better. But he's not consistent season to season. But isn't it you were saying like he's good one season and then he's not good the other season?
Yeah, I feel like this
Like-
season was very middle of the road.
He was
Yeah.
very lumpy porridge this season.
His wins record is technically in the positive, and his save percentage is a hair above 900. So, yay.
He'll take it, He's still a better goalie than me.
Oh,
So
what am I saying? That's not better than last season. That's worse.
lumpy.
Lumpy porridge.
Lumpy porridge quote for the century.
Oh dear.
Um,
I think our top was just a mess. Our top three was a mess.
Well, we know we whiffed on number one, that's for sure, if we all put the Bruins at 4.
Yep.
Yeah.
What happened there? Okay.
So Tampa Bay at number 3. Did anybody put Tampa at 3 in their predictions?
I did.
Okay, you got that one. I had that.
Oh,
I had them at 2. Yeah.
Man, I think that I think I made some good predictions in like the case of like the top teams, Tampa Bay and Capitals and
Mhm.
stuff, because I kind of like had a feeling that they wouldn't be top again. I felt it in my soul.
That's fair.
That's
I'm
kind
close
of
but
a-
off on a lot of these.
Yeah. Number 2, I don't know. Did Channelle get this one right?
I picked Toronto because it's just the one thing about the Leafs is they're going to be consistent. So they're always second in their division and they're going to lose in the 7th round. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
I will say we did have a lot to say about the Leafs, obviously, because the Leafs.
Leafs fans.
But some of these that made me laugh, especially which to be fair, I think is still a question to this day. You said that the question with the Leafs last year was, will the goaltending be okay? And then the year before it was, but will the goaltending be okay?
Yep.
And you posited that they might need goaltending therapy.
Me?
No, Molly.
Okay, Molly. Goaltending therapy is absolutely accurate. Like, are you
The
kidding
funny
me?
part is, I still feel like people going into the playoffs right now will be like, but will the goaltending hold up?
More like goaltending physiotherapy shit.
Oh, say it.
That's
My
fair.
goodness. That's fair.
Oh my gosh, that's fair.
Yo, we're literally going into the playoffs with our guy, well, Samsonov, and
Yeah.
our like freaking backup. Like who? Just Joseph Wall.
Did we find out if Murray's ready for the playoffs or no?
He's getting better, is what Keith has said. So
Hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know what that means. Like closer, I guess.
Isn't
My-
Wall like a AHLer?
Yeah.
Yes, but I think he's starting to be ready. For the NHL. The
I've
last few
been
games
waiting
he
for
played,
him.
He's been
I
pulled
feel
up a
good.
few times, hasn't he? Like not just this season. I'm pretty sure he's pulled up last season as
Well,
well.
yeah, every once in a while they pull him.
Yeah, like I think he's got a good enough experience to actually be in
The
the
other thing is,
NHL.
he
Yeah,
was really intelligent with his own self. He also said he wasn't ready to even go in the NHL at one point. I think it was like 2017 because he wanted to do some college first. It's like college first, NHL second is what he said.
that's fair.
Oh, it's
I
another
love him.
Kale.
I'm really excited to see him with us officially. So
Good
The one
egg.
thing that I did say at the time that made me very happy looking back,
Mhm.
I said, I really hope Samsonov has a great bounce back year and makes the Caps really regret letting him go.
mm,
100.
Yep.
Yes.
Feels
king
good.
shit.
Excellent.
And
And
then yeah.
now let's all show our shame at the number 1 team. We bow down, we say we are not worthy. We're sorry we ever doubted you.
Oh,
No, we will never ever do that to Boston. I like Boston, yes, but we'll never do that. Nay.
thing, I thought I would never do that, but holy shit.
They've been phenomenal.
135 points is outrageous.
It's not okay. Like, calm down.
It's ridiculous. I don't
Relax,
even
share.
they not only broke the record for the most wins, they actually surpassed it by a few extra.
Yeah, it's
Like,
insane. I'm
it's
shitting my
weird.
pants. Like,
Throughout
Uh,
the whole season, 12 losses.
I'm
It's
just
crazy.
praying that they get swept. That would be so
Oh
funny.
my gosh. I would.
Happened to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Man, we were all talking about the injuries to Marshawn McAvoy to start the year, and they're on the downgrade, and the coaching change. Who knows? Krejci, will he still be good when he comes back? He was gone for a year. What'll happen?
Yeah, coaching change too. Well,
So we mostly had the same
Yeah.
sentiments going
Yeah.
back about how we were discussing the Bruins, but my specific choices of words really I have to call myself out here because I said I feel like they're a bit more middling than previous years, and they might be just good enough to slide through.
Oof.
I also said
Eat your words.
I'm expecting the coaching change to possibly have a negative impact on the team. And Channelle did echo my statement. She said, "Oh gosh, me too."
Oh
oh, you had to
no.
throw that in, huh?
Yep. Look, like I said, we mostly had the general same feelings. That just my words were really like,
Wow, that's actually so funny.
But yeah, Boston fans are eating this up this year for sure.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, enjoy it, Boston fans. I know we have some listening, so
Yeah,
congratulations. That's awesome for you.
it's a
And
National Hockey League record. They'll always have that.
yeah, that's super cool.
Incredible.
Super,
Yeah.
super cool. Anyways, enough positive talk about Boston. Disgusting. Let's move on.
Metro Division.
Metro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have no idea how they ended up, not gonna lie. Just that Carolina's cool.
Carolina,
still-
my
Well,
maze.
we technically took an L right off the bat because we all predicted Philadelphia would be last, but
That's true.
Columbus.
Columbus,
Yeah, what the
surprising.
frig?
Well, not that surprising, but you know, I just thought they had a little bit more in them.
Did you put them in 7th?
I did put them in 7th.
Okay, see, I'd put them in 5th, but
Ooh,
not to
in
be outdone,
third.
Channelle.
I put them in third.
Oh, Channelle!
Like, what?
Oh yes,
Wow,
I
this
had to
is
drag
fun.
Channelle here a little bit.
Don't drag me.
Molly was on point because you just said it's nothing. Wow. But Channelle, on the other hand, said, I think they're going to be third just because my note says, go, Johnny Gaudreau. I just feel it in my nugs.
My nugs are not to be trusted. They're a
Your
little
nuts
burnt.
were wrong.
They were a little crispy, so excuse me.
Overcooked.
Oh my god.
You burnt your nugs.
They did face a
Damn.
lot of adversity with the injuries, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Next
But,
year, next year
yeah.
will be their year.
Next
Yeah,
year,
they
that's
fired their coach, that's the start.
yes, that
How
is
many
true.
coaches have they been through now, like in the last 3 years?
Only 2 so far, but now
Two,
it's going to be a
yeah.
third.
Yeah,
Oof.
so oh yeah, true. That's true.
Yeah.
I think it was due.
Okay, so
Sticking by that.
no one put Columbus in eighth, so we all got a bomb there. But what about
Yeah.
seventh?
Well, I put Philly, so I'm wrong
So you're
there.
close.
I
Wait, you got
Uh,
Philly. Philly came in 7th, didn't they?
No,
This
sorry.
month.
I meant I put Philly last. I had the New Jersey
Oh.
Devils at 7.
Listen,
You
so
were
do I.
wrong.
So did I, but here's my thing. I was peer pressured.
How are you peer pressured?
No. I was peer pressured from previous seasons because they always suck. And Jesse
Oh.
always says, no, they're not interesting. They're not. And I always have my gut. My gut always wants to say that they're fucking gonna kill it. They did. Like, I knew this was coming, and I should have stuck with my gut. I knew it was coming, and you guys know too because you heard me.
Yeah, and I think that was part of the problem is that I did feel that way about New Jersey, where every year was like, oh, I think they're going to do better, and they kept failing. So at this point, well, looking back, this is what I said specifically. I said I'm starting to wonder if they just don't have the right stuff in place to make the gains they need to. I almost put them in 8th below Philadelphia, honestly.
Ooh,
Yeah. Ooh, that aged like milk.
ooh.
I'm giving myself an X, but in my heart, I knew they were gonna be better, but I just didn't want to be wrong again. And I am. I'm wrong again. Molly, how about you? What's 7 for you?
I put Blue Jackets.
Oh
Mhm.
yes, yes, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nothing wow.
yeah. Nothing wow. And the New Jersey Devils I put in 6th. So,
Oh,
So yeah,
okay,
still
so
in the
six.
same range, yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
We
I
were
got the
all down on
Pangus.
them no matter what.
I can't remember what I said about them, but I think it was negative.
They had one of the most surprising rises this year out of any team.
That is true. I hope they actually do kind of well in the playoffs because it's nice to see different teams in the playoffs. It's not always the same team, so it's like, oh wow,
Mhm.
look, it's meh, meh again.
A few
It's the Avalanche
fun
again.
ones, right? Oops. Yeah.
Just going back to the Flyers,
Yeah.
I did have a good chuckle out of because we were discussing the possibility of them tanking on purpose instead of just accidentally being bad as they usually are.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
When we talked about the possibility of them tanking intentionally, Channelle, you gave your opinion on tanking, and I thought it was very interesting.
Oh.
You said I'm anti-tanking. Absolutely, do not tank. If you suck, you suck. Own it.
And I stand by it.
No, that needs to be on a t-shirt.
Right? That's fucking great.
I will say I did give myself a little bit of a check mark for myself because I did say I think that GM Chuck Fletcher, I think his job should absolutely be on the line. I'm saying it right
Oh,
now. Chuck
finally.
Fletcher's job, he should lose it.
And he
Definitely.
did. And he
Yep.
did.
I don't
You
think that
were
was the
you were
craziest
on the
prediction I ever
money.
made. It was pretty easy, but I'll take the
I
wins
give
where I
you an
can get
extra
them.
point for that. I feel like I should give you a point for that.
Thank you. I'm
I'll
gonna
give
need
you.
them.
I'm gonna give you a point for that.
Point.
Point. Nice.
Okay. So where are we at here? I'm getting
6,
a little 6?
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. Did any of us put Washington at 6?
No,
No.
the Penguins.
Surprising.
I was close. Penguins are close, so.
I had the
Yeah.
Islanders. Oof.
The
Oof.
Islanders?
Yeah,
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. What about you, Molly?
that was difficult to say. I put the
Oh,
Devils at 6.
there you go. There you go.
Yeah, I think for the Caps we talked about their aging roster and the possibility of like injuries impacting things.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the one thing that Chanel said that really made me sad in retrospect, you talked about how they had acquired Connor Brown, and you thought that it was a great addition, and you were happy to see him grow from going to Ottawa and then now the Caps. Yeah,
Got an injury,
Oh.
eh?
yeah.
Like
The poor guy right off the bat, just so early in the season, done, and
literally
just
so sad because I
yeah,
root for that guy. Bummer.
and it all went downhill from there.
Full fades.
Yep. R.I.P.
I didn't think we expected the Capitals to be as underwhelming as they were this season. I think we all had like
Mhm.
the idea that they weren't going to be number 1,
Right?
but
Everybody's
not
following
6.
Ovechkin, right, in the goal race and stuff like that, where like he's gonna put up points as he
Mm.
does. They're usually consistent.
I thought they were
Yeah.
just going to slide into 4th place. Like I thought they would just make it if not just on the outside at the very least, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is not the Capitals that we saw last season or the season before at all. Like
Yep.
No. See,
different
they
in the trash team.
they are what I thought Boston would be. That's
To
literally
be
true,
fair, yeah. I feel that one.
right? What the heck? I think I
Oof.
even make the comparison of like they're both similar in the sense that they're like constantly at the top and never really going forward. Therefore, the only way to go is down. But
Mhm.
you know, I guess I was wrong. I'm right with Boston, but yeah,
Number 5, I put the Islanders at 5.
me too.
I had the Blue Jackets.
Oh,
Oh, at least you were
oh.
closer.
Yeah. I
Ooh,
think I think Chanel and
debatable.
I we kind of agreed that the Islanders are like they have a chance of maybe getting a wild card slot, but overall potentially not making it to the playoffs. Maybe give it another
Mhm.
year, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought with the
But they
coaching
made it.
change, they would slide
They
down a
did.
little bit.
Really? Oh yeah, because you had them lower.
Yeah, exactly. I had them in 6, right? Because we were talking about,
Mm,
although
Yeah.
they did not make the playoffs last year, and they can bury Trotz. Part of me thought, does maybe they do worse without him, right? But
well, Molly's
We were
right. Like,
all wrong.
yeah, but you were right in the sense that that's what we were thinking. Because that reminds me, I was doing the back and forth between Washington and Islanders on who was gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah.
now, can we talk about the team that actually ended up in 5th place? Because you girls have said some things,
God,
and it was
no.
very amusing.
for Pittsburgh.
Oh.
Yes.
Bring it.
Chanelle is a bit more on point because you said they're shriveled up grapes, I tell ya. It's about time they falter. It's about time they get out of the race.
Wait a second. The more you quote me, the more I'm like, we're harsh. What the heck?
They're shriveled up grapes, I tell ya. That's funny. Now, Molly, this might be your most embarrassing take of the entire predictions. I'm sorry.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god.
So, you said for the Pittsburgh Penguins, you said Tristan Jarry. I think he might win the Vezina Trophy. I think he's great.
I stand by that. He is great. Fight me on that.
Look, we can't say it's
Jarry?
necessarily Jarry's fault they had a bad season, but
Yeah.
you know.
I still think he can win a Vesna. Give it time.
And this second quote just
Oh, there's another
you're
one.
oh yeah, it's a gem, it's a gem. It said I'm expecting a decrease of points, which is why I put them in second. My explanations for why I put people places make no sense.
Wait, you were in second?
I like how
Right.
you're even talking about like Pittsburgh, they're getting older, they'll probably get less points than last season, so they're gonna finish higher.
That's exactly my reasoning.
Such a Molly take. What the heck?
Like, the thing
Balls
is
to the
like,
wall.
all my things that I said were correct. It's just the placement was very poor.
Placement is tricky, but second,
Oh my god.
That's funny. That's funny.
Should we just swiftly move away from that little number 5 segment then? Thank
Yeah.
you. Go on to number 4.
We can jump over number 4 too as well, really, because we had the Islanders, which we already talked about.
Yeah.
We did not put the Islanders
we
obviously
did
in fourth.
not. And number
I had the Caps.
3.
Who else? I think Channelle had the
Oh,
Caps
yeah.
in 4.
I put Rangers at 4.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you're only off by one position.
Mm,
Oh,
true.
Wow, this
But
is
the
actually
Rangers have
interesting.
been really good this season.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Who
I'm glad
did
not
you
bad.
who did you two have in third then?
Caps.
The Blue Dragons.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot about.
Oh.
Don't even talk to me. Just move on. from me.
Yeah, I put the Penguins, so
Okay.
Mhm.
yeah.
Still an off
Mhm.
take, right?
Mm-hmm. So
Mine was
then
the worst though.
for the Rangers, I think they did about what we expected. I think me and Channelle were a bit higher on them, but Molly a bit low. But I mean, generally speaking, it was still pretty high. Actually, funnily enough, this kind of made me laugh, Molly, because you said, yeah, they had a good offseason, but I guess I was kind of high when I wrote my predictions.
Wow, these quotes are these
Yeah.
are funny.
I think you were trying to you put them low, like well, relatively low. Let's be honest. From third to fourth, it's not that bad, honestly.
You know
But
what?
you were
I think
talking yourself out of it throughout the podcast. You're like, shit. Now I'm looking at it. I think I put them too low.
I think I got my Penguins and my Rangers mixed up, It's easily done.
Oh yes,
Fair enough.
absolutely. Same color family, but not at all.
They both play in white
They both
sometimes.
have hockey players. There you go.
They're both in the Metropolitan Division.
That is a fact.
Yep.
That is a fact.
I feel like the one thing that summed up our feelings which I remember Channelle just said Shesterkin.
Nice.
And I was like, I feel like that's the game plan for the Rangers. Yep.
Yeah, Shesterkin. Shesterkin ain't hurting, if you know what I mean.
I mean, we couldn't have predicted to all the wild trades they would have done at the deadline. Like that was something else.
No.
You actually, if we did predicted for trades as well.
Trade predictions?
Oh my
Are you
God.
kidding me?
Those would
That
be
would be
hilariously wrong.
Yeah, or interesting. If you even got one right, honestly, give an award.
What number are we on now?
Number
2.
2.
We already talked about New Jersey, who ended up number 2. Obviously, surpassed their expectations. So who did we
Yeah.
predict at number 2 instead?
You know, I put Penguins.
Oh yeah, true. Because you said you were so high on them.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Penguins.
put Carolina.
Oh, this
I put
crazy.
Rangers, y'all. How close was that?
Yeah.
Quite close. Yeah. Why did you?
That's not
Why
bad.
did you doubt the Canes?
I never saw it as doubting the Canes more than I was high on the Rangers, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I remember
Yeah.
it being
Yeah.
like that.
It was just I think it was just a matter of they were first last year, so it was like, will they do it again a second time? And you know, they could be like seconds just by an inch or something, right?
Yeah. But no, Canes have been
Um,
killing it this year. I mean,
Oh, absolutely. So, some of
well
the things that we did say though, it felt a little sad, a bit echoing the sentiment that we had earlier with Washington and Connor Brown. I was talking about the acquisition of Max Pacioretty, right, and how he was injured to start the season.
Yeah.
And I said I'm just waiting for him to actually get to play with the team, and I hope he recovers quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, about that.
Oof, that was not fun.
That
He
sucked so
injured
bad when he
himself
came
back in
back.
January?
Well, I mean, he injured himself in the offseason, right? Then comes back for like only a handful of games.
Exactly. In
Re-injures the
January.
same thing.
Yeah.
That was so rough.
Dude, honestly, I know, just for example, friends, this will be some information for you, but I popped my knee out a long time ago. Got knee
A few long
surgery.
time.
Yeah, like a long time ago, like I was in university or at the end of university. And I got it healed, and just last weekend my knee came out after surgery. And there's some PTSD with having something heal and then be destroyed again. Like I feel Pacioretty. Like how was he in tears? Because I would have been.
What was it? Was it? I think it was his Achilles tendon or something. Am I mistaken?
No, not a ruptured tendon. Oh.
I think it was. I don't fully remember. I think it was something in his ankle or foot or whatever. I mean, that just sounds
Yeah.
awful.
I mean, I feel
Yeah.
that one. I've broken my ankle like 4 times now, so
Yeah, it is his Achilles tendon.
yeah. It just, and the thing is like once it's already happened, it's already weaker unless you like really work on it. So the fact that it's done again, he has to really work hard to get it up to the initial strength before the rupture.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I hope it's not like career ending.
Yeah.
I hope he takes a lot of time to heal. Because that's the other thing. There's a lot of pressure in the NHL for you to get back on the ice. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm sure we are talking about this before. Like you see, oh, he's got a broken arm and then he's back playing in 2 weeks, and it's like, what?
Exactly. And it's different because, like, Pacioretty, although to me, 34 years of age is super young, in the NHL, you know, you're
Old.
older.
You're senior
Yeah.
citizen.
You're a freaking senior citizen, right?
Yeah.
So it's
You've
a
got
bummer.
18-year-olds coming in, and then you got like
Yeah. Exactly. What the
34.
heck?
We're like,
Yeah,
one of
so
these is not like the other.
no, but we do hope him a speedy recovery. Not speedy. Speedery?
A speedery.
We hope him a recovery that is well done. How about that? Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better.
I will add, Channelle, you were pretty on brand when you were talking about the Hurricanes, which is not surprising. But you did say every year the Canes get better. If you were to draw a graph, it would just be up. And
Yes.
I laughed too because Molly, you did add that you had actually drawn a graph in your notes that just was a straight line upwards.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
when we were
Fantastic.
discussing the fact that the Canes had traded away D'Angelo, who was very productive on the team, Channelle said, although D'Angelo was great, I don't give a flying fuck about him. I don't care.
And then you went on a fake date with him.
He
Yeah.
hasn't called. I haven't called him back. I mean, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, check out our Valentine's Day podcast. We had a lot of fun with
It's
that.
incredible.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh my gosh.
All right,
I'm dying.
Central Division.
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, I'm so excited. I'm sure we get loads of points in this one, guys, don't we?
I think we made the
Hmm.
same mistake again that we did in the Metro with putting Philadelphia last, because I think we all put Arizona last,
We
right?
did.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. Not
What
to
a
say they
done
had
out for the
a
books.
right. Not to say they had a good season necessarily, but they had a better than
They had a
expected season,
season.
right?
They definitely fucking sucked. They just sucked a little less.
Is
They
it
just-
weird to say that 28 wins in a season was a better than expected season?
So embarrassed. Oh my god.
Oh. We were definitely taking the piss out of Arizona when we were talking about them. Molly said, "They're not a hockey team at this point, are they?" And I basically said, "Well, they're a college hockey team." And then you rebutted, "That's an insult to college hockey teams."
Why did we get this funny? Or how did we get this funny?
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I was
Maybe-
cracking up listening to this back again.
Oh, goodness me. No, I'm actually surprised at how badly they didn't do. Wait.
Yeah, I
Wait.
think some of the young
Does that
guys
make
did well
sense?
enough, and
Kind of.
Like, I feel like some of the people on the team are just really, really trying hard.
oh, for sure, for sure. I think there's that idea of like wanting to prove yourself, considering the team is going to be trash. So you're like, no, we're not trash. Okay, we're better than trash.
I think
Recycling.
it's maybe
Yeah.
one of those things is kind of like, you know, we may be garbage, but we're not the Blackhawks.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That actually, just so you know, I basically flipped the two. I had Arizona in last
we
and then
all did.
Chicago.
Yeah, I think we
Yeah?
all did.
Yeah, we all
the
did.
flip.
We all made that
Is-
mistake.
Isn't that cute? They're really cute. They're just
Yeah.
sharing spaces every year. Like they're like, let's swap. Let
It's
you
your
be at the
time to
bottom.
attack.
No,
I-
no, after you.
I thought the Coyotes were a bottom, if you know what I mean, but I guess sometimes they want to
Ooh.
be a top.
Yeah, well, Chicago, did we have anything fruity to say about them?
Not really. I think we were really down on them just because we didn't like the team, and we also thought the team wasn't good. So I mean,
And they've also continued this season to just be absolutely abysmal, abhorrent people. Like the management and like the players are just going along with it. Like, can you not?
yeah,
I
this team's
think-
gonna take a while to get the sank off.
That's the thing. The thing that bothers me the most right now in the NHL and with hockey players is the lack of opinion. I get it. I get it. You know, people are like, oh, I don't have an opinion, and you know, keep hockey as hockey, and you know, don't talk about politics. But I think at this point, I think it's time that our heroes start becoming heroes and not guilty of being
Yeah.
silent.
I was gonna say with like the Russian player thing where it's like, oh, we got to protect our Russian players because they can be targeted or whatever. Then like
Yeah,
you're
no.
in the States playing for an American hockey team.
Yeah.
What do you expect? You've got to fit in with the American culture.
It's kind of a bullshit cop out thing. Maybe some are genuinely paranoid because people have anxiety, but there are definitely some taking that to their advantage. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Using that
I
to
think
their
it's a
advantage.
matter of like some people are probably hiding behind that as an excuse, while
Yep.
others might genuinely fear for their families back home, which I can understand. I think the fear might be overblown. Like I think it's a bit more hype and paranoia than reality, but like
Oh, 100%.
yeah, I can understand like if some people genuinely believe that there's a reason to fear, I can maybe get it, but at the same time I also feel like some definitely use it as a convenient excuse, let's be honest.
Yeah.
All the Russians are opting out. There are a lot of Russian players that are wearing the jerseys and just like
There's still some who did it, yeah, so like
they're fine. Like anyways, that was a whole thing. Sorry we could not talk about that. That was when we were having a lot of personal issues and could not make podcasts. But
yeah, we were busy,
yeah.
but we wanted to have a bit of a discourse about the whole pride jersey situations.
I'm sure it'll
Oh,
come up
yeah.
next season. I'm sure. So
Oh,
yeah.
100% it's gonna come up. Some other bullshit's gonna come up as well, but Blackhawk's gonna be like,
no, but honestly, good riddance. I want to know who I hate. You know what I mean? I don't want to support anyone anymore unless I know where they stand at this point.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of like I know like the NHL players don't like to speak up too much on certain matters, and some teams don't want to, I guess, show their opinion on one side too much one way or the other. But like I feel like when there's certain situations where it's so obviously uh okay or morally right or so obviously wrong and awful that it's like why wouldn't you like there's no harm in
Thank
saying
you.
something. It's like if you'd say just like something like homophobia is bad, like wow,
Yeah.
what a hot take, you're being so political. No, I mean it's the bare minimum, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have a
There's
chat
certain
about it.
things where like yeah.
That's an off-season chat for sure.
I think we should
Yeah.
make a whole podcast surrounding it, honestly. I'm done. So we
Yeah,
will.
there's some
Should we
off
We'll do
ice
it.
stuff that we want to discuss about.
Number 6?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, back to the thing we were doing.
Back to the actual podcast. Welcome
Oh my
back.
god. Oh my god. Don't. No, you guys go first.
Number 6.
Oh
I think I got it right.
Yeah, you put St.
no.
Louis?
No.
You did not
I-
put St.
I-
I put
I
Winnipeg.
I put Winnipeg.
Yeah, I remember we both had Winnipeg and
I don't want to say it.
oh.
Did you put Avalanche?
Oh, I remember
No,
now.
you
Channelle
put
said
Stars, didn't
yes,
you?
Dallas.
Yes, I put
And I was
Dallas.
mad at you for it.
Oof.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
wrong. I was wrong. I'm
We'll get to
sorry.
Dallas in a second, but I just wanted to say for Winnipeg, I kind of get where Molly was coming from because obviously we ended up in the same place. But you
Yeah.
said that the previous year you had put him higher, and that you
Yeah.
shouldn't have, which is why this year going in you didn't want to put him so high.
My gosh.
Logic.
And in the offseason, they didn't really change that much aside from the coach, which, to be fair, we said that might be the factor that changes things. So
Yeah.
I did say that they looked like the same team again, so why would we not expect them to end up in the same spot? And I called them a stale team.
Oof.
Look, it's
Being
not
really
great.
harsh. Aren't
I
we?
will
We're
say,
just not very nice.
here's my one
We
caveat.
were.
At the beginning of the season, the Jets technically did rocket up the standings. There was a point where they were first in the Central. And then for like the
Yeah.
second half of the year, they slowly bombed to the point where like they almost played their way out of a playoff spot. So
Close,
think-
actually.
They put in the shifts at the beginning, definitely.
Yeah.
But playoffs, I think it's gonna. I'm not gonna tell you what I think because that's a later thing. But yeah.
I think their fourth place positioning is doesn't fully give you the story of how their season went.
No.
So who did anybody put Nashville in fifth as
I
where they ended up?
I did.
Ah.
I did.
Channelle?
The Jets.
Okay, there we go. So still close.
I was close.
And I put Minnesota.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah.
You really hate on the Wild.
I guess so.
I'm a Wild fan.
Actually, you know what, Molly? We need to talk about how you hate on Nashville. This is the exchange that I noted down. You said Trashville? Did I say that? Oops.
Look, in the bin,
No lies.
they were absolutely awful at playoffs last year. I'm sorry. Who do they think they are? I'm so glad they've not made it to the playoffs because in the bin, love, a la poubelle. Bye.
I responded by saying that I wouldn't call them Trashville, but I would call them Passville.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So accurate. Actually, not
passable.
really. They would be passable if they were fourth, in my opinion.
Well, here's the thing. They were out of a playoff spot. The GM traded away a bunch of guys, clearly
Yeah.
like setting up for like we're out for this year. And they almost pushed their way into a playoff spot because Winnipeg couldn't get their shit together.
That's true.
So I'll say I give them credit for that sort of second half run where after losing a bunch of guys, they somehow almost pushed their way into a playoff spot.
Yeah.
Something.
I don't know if arguably it would have been better for Nashville to get in because they actually
Oh, no,
played
I don't
better.
think. I don't think they should have gotten in. If you're giving up for the season, take your picks, draft high, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's more of a credit to the team, It's just like good for you guys. It's a moral victory.
Should we say
Nashville
that
in fourth.
fourth? You put
Mhm.
Nashville in fourth?
Yeah.
Oh, I put Blues in fourth.
Oh. You know
Well,
what?
I don't
Thank
think that's
God.
as bad as me putting the Blues in third.
I'm actually happy they're not freaking in the playoffs. So.
Yeah,
Did you
same.
put the Blues in third? Sinead?
Did I put the Blues in third? I did.
Okay, there we go. We
Sorry,
were
it's
both
because
on the
I'm
same
looking
page.
at so many different notes that I'm a little lost.
Just confused at this point.
So confused. Yes. I put them
So
in third.
I had to note this down because I thought it was very funny to hear Molly say, but you did say there is a lot right with the Blues.
Well, I'm pretty
You
sure that I was abducted by an alien, so.
No, Molly said that.
Oh, Molly. Oh, thank
Yes.
God.
I did
She
say
said
that.
it
I
begrudgingly,
stand by
but she
it.
did say it.
It
To your
at,
credit.
at
Oh,
that
sorry,
point
go
in
ahead.
time, I was not wrong.
Oh, true.
Now, however,
Uh,
I am.
They just
Channelle, to your
imploded
credit,
during the season. Yeah?
you did say, I personally don't think Binnington's going to have as stellar of a season as last year.
Queen shit. I
Yeah,
manifest
just
that.
he's gone.
Boy.
He took our advice.
Can we
Went
just
in the
say
bin.
also that he was even more douchebag this season? How is that even possible?
Yeah.
He leveled up, didn't he?
He really did. Like, the way he would fight with no one, the air. If the air hit him on the fucking left side, he would be fuming, swinging left and right into the air. Like, how dare you touch me? He's that bad. Fighting
Changed
with
his name from
reps.
Binnington
Yeah.
to Dumpsterington.
The embarrassing thing is that he only does it when they're
They're
losing.
losing?
When he's
Yeah.
having a
Yeah.
bad game, right?
That's literally called a bebe la la, where I'm
Yeah,
from.
it's sore loser, let's be honest.
He just needs to go to therapy. Gets his anger management sorted,
Anger management and back to kindergarten. I'm telling. Actually, no, that would be really bad. Don't want him around children either.
No, don't want that influence.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
So did anybody correctly put Minnesota in third?
No, I put Stars in third and Wild in second, so I was close. My top three was correct, so I'm happy with that.
I was unfortunately low on them. I said the way I see it, they've only downgraded this year. Yep.
For who?
The Minnesota Wild.
Minnesota.
And I was like, you're so wrong, I bet, because
Okay,
I
in my
love them.
defense, we were talking about how they had lost Kevin Fiala in the offseason and did not replace him, and he was their second highest scoring player on their team.
Fair enough.
But
I
you
didn't say it.
actually
I did not
replied
say it.
with what you called a boldy assumption. You said that Matt Boldy could match Fiala's points from last year, and he may even surpass them.
Who said that?
You.
Me?
You did, Channelle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shut the heck.
So I will say, Boldy had a very good year. Not the same level as what Fiala did the year before, but pretty good, considering how young he is.
Yeah, I told you. Whatever the heck.
So
Nice.
you
I
weren't.
was close.
Yeah, you were over enthusiastic, but technically on the right track.
Yeah, man. He had 63 points this season.
Pretty good.
63? Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Heck yeah, that's good. Wow.
It's like 30 plus goals, right? I think.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty good. Pretty good.
31. There you go.
All right. Finally, I got something correct. I put Dallas second.
Yay.
What about you, Molly?
I put Wild second.
Okay. You had Dallas third, right? I think, or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, I had high hopes for Stars. I actually do like the Stars as a team, and I'm glad that they've made the playoffs.
I would just like to officially say sorry to John for putting Dallas third last. My apologies.
It's funny because looking back at what we said, our opinions kind of go the range. Where I was higher on them, right? I said Jason Robertson is the X factor of this team. The sky's the limit on him, and I think we've really seen that this season.
I love him. I love him.
He's crazy productive.
Listen, he's like one of my he's in the vicinity of being one of my favorites now.
Oh, not a
Yeah.
Leaf. Not even a
No,
former Leaf.
no, no, no. See,
He's
it
related
was
to a Leaf though, so let's not
that's
give her
the
too
other.
much credit.
That's true. That is true. But no, no,
He
no.
has
Like
Leaf
kind of like
blood.
Sebastian Aho. I kind of get the same vibes in the sense that I was like, whoa, I'm intrigued by this guy. So I'm keeping him on my radar.
Molly was a bit more mild on them, saying, "I think they're due to have a squeaky squeak into the playoffs."
And I put them second. No, third
Yeah.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my squeaky squeak.
To be fair, their points are pretty padded by those OT losses, you know.
Yeah. It's a squeaky squeak.
Yep. And then Channelle said it was very low on them and said, "I don't know." When you said you put them in sixth place, you said, "I don't know why I did that. I don't know, man. This team just doesn't hit."
Leave that now, okay?
Yeah, right. You're talking about like vibes, right? Not like hit, like physical hitting, but
Yeah,
yeah.
no.
Vibes.
Yeah,
fine.
thanks, Jesse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
In
I
first
don't agree.
place, we all put abs because why wouldn't we?
No. I did.
Oh, Chanel.
Yeah, I put the Wild first and then the Avs were second, so regret. Much
what a
regret.
shame.
It wasn't personal, and I think I said that in the podcast too,
Yeah,
where it
it
was like
wasn't personal.
Yeah.
it was just more like I think that by a lot of the times people who win the Stanley Cup, they don't always keep up with their first place.
Mhm.
Although Tampa was the exception, I still didn't know that Colorado would do the exact same thing. And they had lost Kadri, so I was
Oh,
just thinking that they would just go down a little bit. Like even if they were exactly how Colorado and Dallas is right now, like by 1 point. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I was wrong. Good
It's
though. I
okay.
like Colorado, so
Thank
You
you.
did get one thing correct about this. You did predict that McKinnon would hit the 100-point mark this year.
me?
Yay.
Yes, you made a prediction that he was going to hit
Oh,
the 100-point mark this year.
I'm so good.
you get an extra point for that then.
Yes, I do. But
And the rest of it was pretty fun because although me and Molly were still correct on our takes, there was a few things that made me giggle. Well, first off, me and Molly did shame Chanel for.
yeah, I
We
know.
basically we said that we put the correct team at first, basically shaming
And
you
you're
for it,
right. You're right.
and
Yeah,
we were right.
you were right. You're welcome.
But Molly, this made me laugh because we were talking about how the Avs had won the cup, right? The last year, so that now this year you said, "I'm not going to be totally disappointed if we lose a single game or anything now." And
Um,
I just remember somebody complaining midway through the season that things weren't going great.
Look, hey now. You're entitled to your opinion, I'm entitled to mine.
It was funny because you're like, "Oh, I don't care if they lose now. They won a cup." Midway through the season, you're like, "God damn it!"
was an interesting journey for the Avs this season
Yeah,
though.
they
Look,
dipped and then
we
they
had
rose.
injuries,
Well,
and then
what's
we
new?
came back from it, you know?
True. You guys really did. I remember because I was sick, and then I just remember looking and going, "Wait, what the hell? When did Colorado get it there?" Good for
Colorado,
them.
are you okay?
They're in
Oh,
there
and the one quote that aged badly from you that I kind of felt bad was you said, "Yes, Landeskog is injured right now, but he's coming back. He's coming back, okay?"
Coming back, okay? Coming back.
Unfortunately, we got the news just recently that he's not even coming back for the playoffs. So yeah, his year really was a
I
complete
know.
I'm
done
fuming
deal there.
personally because I kept Landeskog on my IR for fantasy for way too long.
He kept being like, "He'll be back soon, right?"
Personally, I think it's the reason I sucked. So
Don't blame him.
No, I know, I
Blame,
know.
don't blame him.
Yeesh.
Oh man, Landeskog, why couldn't you just magically heal?
Don't be
Look,
selfish.
it's okay. We've got a roster full of amazing peeps. So
True.
yes, it's really
Yeah.
sad that, he's not in the playoffs, but He'll be back. He'll be back. Or I'll cry.
All right, we've got one more division left,
Yep, Pacific.
Woohoo!
or as Molly would say, the specific
The specific decision.
decision.
I haven't even been drinking. This is just who I am.
Can I just ask, what last?
Ducks.
Ducks? Oh, you're good. I put the
Yeah, unfortunately, I
Kraken.
put the Ducks at 7. I was off by 1.
Oh, she's good. She's well good.
Well, I
Wow.
think you're winning because I'm embarrassed right now.
Yeah.
I actually am.
So okay, this is the quote that pissed me off the most because Molly did get it correct, right? You put Anaheim last. Good
Yeah,
job, you had it
I
pegged.
did.
Said I put them last because I don't like their logo. What the hell do we know? Because you were right, we were wrong.
I still
Hell
don't
do
like
we
their
know?
logo.
That's wow.
That's not
All
my
right.
sole reason, okay? It wasn't my sole reason, was it?
It was
Maybe-
your main point in
It
your.
probably was my sole reason. Yeah, okay, cool.
Maybe I should just predict like Molly.
It's
Let's
been
have
running
fun
me.
next season. Oh my.
So who do we have for 7?
I put
'Cause-
sharks.
Oh,
I
okay,
put
yeah. So
Sharks.
you see, you got that right, and I put Sharks last instead, and I should have put them 7th.
Yeah. Oh.
I put Sharks in 7th, so I
Yeah.
finally
You
got
get
a point.
No, you're actually not too far behind. You actually are quite far behind.
Oh yeah, well I also put Vancouver in 6th, so just mark that now.
Well, so did I.
Damn it.
About the Sharks, I think I spelled that out pretty succinctly. I said I think the Sharks suck,
Yeah.
and you
were
echoed that. You
right.
said honestly, me too. And then I said I have a passionate feeling of malaise towards the Sharks.
Really good sentence.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's great.
They're not great.
They've
They're
not.
they were malazy, if you know what I mean.
Oh my god, stop.
Oh my god.
They won less than Anaheim.
I know it's weird, right?
It's embarrassing.
That's
For the
they just
Anaheim
got more
Ducks.
overtime. Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that happens sometimes.
I remember it was something like there was like a
Embarrassing.
month or 2 left to go, and they hadn't even cracked 20 wins or something. It was like, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
You guys good?
58 points. Some players, a lot of players have over 50 points.
It's crazy too when you think about how like they had Eric Carlson, right? He had a crazy season with them, like first defenseman to hit 100 points since like the early 90s.
Yeah, so cool,
And
by the way.
doesn't matter. What a waste.
Yeah, that sucks, man. Free Eric Carlson. Free him from the shark.
Start a petition.
We got a good deal on a used Eric Carlson. Still works great.
Let him out of the jaws.
So for 6, you and I put Vancouver, which was correct, Mondo.
So
What
did
did you
I.
put,
Yeah.
Jesse? You did as well.
Yeah, we were all right on the Canucks.
Oh, that's sad though.
Oh, that's really sad. I kind of wanted them to do,
Me too.
you know, just to
Yep.
be better, but you know.
Honestly,
You actually said
much
that
asked.
early on in the season. You said
Oh,
they
no.
thought they would be good the previous year, but then you
Yeah.
felt burned by them. You felt hurt and you felt betrayed.
That's
I think some of the players on that team also feel like that, you know.
Mhm.
You took it really
Yeah.
hard.
When your own previous captain like literally slams you on his new team, like how pathetic is that? That's how you know shit's been going down.
Oh,
Yeah.
sad.
I forget what he said, but I was like, oof, that's
Ooh.
that's a lot, bro.
You need to
Sheesh.
calm down.
Literally.
So number 5, I think we all got this wrong.
Yep, we absolutely did.
Yep, absolutely.
I had Seattle at 5.
Who
Kings.
did I put at 5? I put Seattle at 5 as well.
Yeah. So we'll talk about Calgary later because fun stuff. So Seattle instead ended up 4th, which I don't think any of us had that. Correct?
No, we didn't.
Oh,
Have you mentioned where you put Seattle yet, Channelle?
Seattle? Yeah, I put them last, bro.
Mm-hmm. I pulled some good quotes from you for the Seattle Kraken.
Shoot.
Oh.
Now, I will say, none of us expected them maybe to perform as they did.
No,
They
I'm
did pretty good this
surprised.
season.
Yeah.
So, Channelle, when you were doing our predictions, you said last place Seattle Kraken. Molly said, "Really?" And you said, "Yes."
Good
And you were
quote.
talking.
Amazing.
You even talked about Coach Dave Haxel, and he said, "Will they fire him like right off the bat?"
Oh no.
So,
That was rough,
yeah.
but like, listen, I will say, okay, I have to say this before we continue, or I'm moving on for a second. The Anaheim Ducks, I put them in fourth. I thought the Ducks were going to be what Seattle was. Like, I knew there was going to be an upset, but I picked the wrong team.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I'm bummed. Woo, girl.
Should we talk about fourth picks then?
Mm-hmm. Well, I had the LA Kings.
I put Kings.
You know, I picked the Ducks, so there it
Yeah.
is.
Wait, where did you end up putting the LA Kings, Chanel?
I put them in fifth.
Okay. Because this is the quote that I retained from you that I thought was amusing. I think you immediately understood that you made a mistake because you
Oh
said
God.
in the podcast that you said, "I'm not confident with my pick anymore because I forgot they added Kevin Fiala in the offseason
Oh,
and they were third last year. So to justify my choice, let's just say it was a fluke."
oh no. At least I wasn't confident.
No, I think you immediately
Yeah.
regretted it.
Good.
Instant
And
regret.
Instant
Molly's quote
regret.
for the Kings. I heard they're up and coming.
Yes, and you're right. They're up and coming.
They're up and
Thought I should
coming,
note that one
okay?
down.
Yay.
But the Kings actually came in third because
Yeah,
they're
no,
up
they
and
did a good
coming.
job. Yep.
Um,
We were just a little too low on them.
I'm
yeah,
impressed. I'm impressed.
I put Vegas in third.
So did I.
Mm.
Yeah.
Would you
See, I
put
made the
Jess?
mistake. I put Edmonton Oilers in third. So it's just again off by one. I should push
Ooh.
everything up by a bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
When in doubt, move your predictions up by one.
Yeah.
Move your
I
predicts.
think
Yeah.
we mostly had the same thoughts on the Oilers, and they kind of like made sense. Where we're like, we think they're good enough, but there's a few flaws, and
Yeah.
I even said I could see some messiness and flaws with the team that would kind of stop me from putting them up higher. But clearly, those flaws were corrected this year.
I put them in second.
Yeah.
So, point for me.
Oh,
Well,
I did express doubts though in Jack Campbell, which I think was pretty justified.
Sure. Yeah.
yeah.
He's
For
still on
sure.
shaky ground.
Yeah.
I
Poor
feel like
dude.
they're actually becoming more of a team rather than like 3 players.
That's literally what you said in the last podcast.
Yeah.
It's true though. I agree with you. Now it doesn't feel like it's just McDavid and Draisaitl trying to carry everybody. It really feels like there's a team that's
Are you
gelling.
kidding me? It's because they have Hyman. All the former Leafs are good.
It's true.
Sorry,
No
but
word
it's
of
the
a
truth.
lie.
Uh,
Gospel truth here.
Yep.
Yeah.
and
Who did you put in second?
I had Vegas.
Oh,
I
oh dear.
had the Flames.
Mm.
Oh,
I
did
put
you?
Flames in first.
Yeah, me too. I thought you also put Flames first, Chanel.
I put the Oilers in first.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
okay,
did.
sorry. Yeah,
And then
we
you made
mixed up.
fun of me.
What?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh,
You
maybe
can
I
make
didn't.
fun of us for putting Flames in
Mm.
first. Go on, make fun
Well,
of us.
I don't know. It's not my
No.
notes, so I'll say it didn't happen.
Okay. Yeah, Flames in
Um,
second is what I got.
Chanel did
Mm.
call something correctly, and it's a sentiment that I echoed. You were talking about their goaltender, Logan Thompson. And you said,
Yeah.
I think he's pretty good. He can give them the push to get into a playoff spot.
Hey.
Yep, Logan Thompson definitely showed up this season.
My God, some of our takes are real hot, eh?
Mm. We were worried at first, right? Because we're like, Leonard's injured for the whole season. Laurent Brossoit was injured right off the bat as well, so they had to rely on Thompson, who was a rookie, despite having decent showing. But he carried and he did a good job, and me and Chanel were definitely on that. We were on
Yeah.
the Logan Thompson train.
You were on that hype train. I was just
Exactly,
waiting,
exactly.
watching, feeling vibes.
So
Vibes are
now
gonna pay off.
we have to finish by embarrassing ourselves because we all put the flames high. Me and Molly had them at first, and
Yep.
I even said we're all on fire for the flames. Yep,
How disappointed are we?
yep. But you two
I'm
girls have
good.
the best quotes.
Wait,
I
I
know.
put the Oilers first, so I'm not
No,
too
I know. You
embarrassed.
still put them second, though. You're still high on them.
Yeah, I guess so.
No, I put them in second. They're awful.
Ooh.
So, Channelle, this was fun because obviously we were all talking about the trade that happened with Kachuk for Huberdeau and Uyghur. Obviously, we're talking about Johnny Gaudreau going, but then they're bringing in Kadri, right? We're having all those discussions. So, you said they lose Gaudreau, they lose Kachuk, and then I say, excellent, they look great. How does that even make sense?
Listen,
No, apparently it doesn't. It was fool's gold. And
Yikes.
this was a fun one. Molly said, "I'm very impressed, honestly. If the Flames don't get the President's Trophy, I'm gonna be surprised." And Channelle echoed the
Oh,
sentiment, saying, "Actually, I have that on my notes. I agree with Molly."
what?
I am surprised though. Like on paper they should have, but in reality, paper is beaten by scissors.
Rough season.
Yes.
If
Very
you
rough.
look at the points overall for the entire league, they do technically have 1 point more than Florida, who made the playoffs in the East. So, is that a consolation
Yeah.
prize?
Yeah,
All
maybe.
right.
It sometimes it really depends on which division you're in. It kind of sucks. Like for instance, the Leafs. I'm just gonna always be upset that we're always in the same damn division, with the same damn people.
I will say that total though is inflated by OT losses. Calgary has the most overtime losses in the entire league this season.
There you freaking have it. Molly, do you have
Oh,
the
do you want
point?
me to give you the points?
Yes, please.
Oh,
Okay,
true, true.
so coming in last place is Jesse with 5 correct predictions.
Damn, that's rough. I
After
had
a
a lot of them that were close, but like by off by one, but so many were off by one.
It's
Yeah.
not golf, Jesse. You can't close.
I know.
Channelle, you came in second with 7 points. And I came first with 12 points. So, what
Molly,
can I say?
stop right now.
Good vibes.
Wow.
Yeah, you clocked like most of the Atlantic Division, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you figured it out.
I think it's because I listen to you guys talk about the Leafs all the time, and I'm like, yes.
That's true.
Oh, that's fair.
Something's
That's
gone
fair.
in. The oracle is here.
Before finishing this off, I just wanted to do a quick aside. Since we have all the standings now, we know which are the bottom teams that will be vying for the first overall pick for Connor Bedard, right?
Yep.
So only the bottom 11 teams have a chance at drafting him because when you win the draft lottery, you can only jump up 10 spots. So that means that in terms of contention from best odds to worst odds, we have Anaheim. Since they finished last, they have the best odds of drafting Connor Bedard. Columbus has the second best, and then Chicago third, San Jose fourth, Montreal fifth, Arizona sixth, Philadelphia seven, Washington eight, Detroit nine, St. Louis 10, and Vancouver 11.
Hope it's
So with
Vancouver.
all that being said, tell me who would you want to see get Connor Bedard the most, and who do you really want the least to get him?
Easy.
That's difficult.
Oh well, Channelle, if it's easy, then you go first, I guess.
Vancouver, because they're my secret babies. And then I hate every other team, so it doesn't really matter. I will say Montreal because they're my rival.
I want them. I'm going to echo the Vancouver statement because that would be amazing. Vancouver or
so
Philly.
He is
So I
from
feel like they're
Vancouver,
good
right?
vibes.
Connor Bedard, so
Oh my god, Vancouver then.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's from BC at least.
get out of
Oh.
town right now.
I do not want Chicago or
Mm.
Coyotes to pick him up because I feel like
Yeah.
the Coyotes is a very non-tangible team at the moment in terms of are they going to be in the NHL
Yeah.
for
See,
much
Kim,
longer.
that's where I feel like I have a bit of a mixed feelings where I feel like if obviously Arizona's a tenuous situation, but it seems like the NHL is dead set on making it happen no matter what. So I will say for Arizona fans, hypothetically, if everything works out and they will stick around and they don't go anywhere, then I'm okay. I think with Connor Bedard going there, they are long overdue for some sort of superstar NHL player. They
That's
need
fair.
one. They absolutely need one. But if the team's going to go to shit in a few years, then no thanks.
Well, because that's the thing. I don't hate the players. I literally hate the management.
Yeah. So in that case, I am rooting, I think personally, for Columbus. They've only really ever had
Interesting.
one, like their superstar players they've ever had in their history was Rick Nash, which unfortunately his entire career ended up mostly getting wasted there, and Panarin for a small window of time, but even then he's just been excelling outside of Columbus. I feel like they're due for like a game changing prospect. So because Columbus isn't going anywhere, but also they're not going anywhere like in terms of physically changing location, and they're not going anywhere in terms of on the ice product. So it's gonna be nice for them.
True.
I agree that I don't want to see Chicago get them. They've had their time in the sun. They need to figure their shit out on their own. I don't want them to get a bailout. Montreal has
know.
had so many superstars in their
That's the
entire
thing.
history,
Yeah, that's the thing.
and I don't want the Leafs to have to compete with that.
Because
And
it's going to be the talk of the town. You know it.
yeah, I don't know about St. Louis either. The Caps
Oh
still
well.
have Ovi. I mean, look,
Babe.
if the Caps get Bedard, that's their transition plan from Ovi to Bedard, right? When one
Yeah.
retires, the other one's there.
All right, so thanks for coming on our little time machine with us. We're gonna call it there. I think. I think we went over everything. Well done, me. Woohoo! I won. Which is hilarious because I don't know the stats like Jessie does. So it's surprising. How did you guys do with your predictions? Let us know in the comments below, or just send us a message or something like that, and we'll get back to you. Of course, if you want to reach us, you can find us on Twitter at @thishockeypod, or individually, it's just _Molly, and find Channelle at ChannelleLV. We're also on TikTok at @thishockeypod, and we're hilarious. So like us, share us, make us viral. We're cool like that. And we'll catch you next time. Bye.